Hey everybody, welcome in. So today I wanted to go over something. This is something I've been alluding to in some of my videos previously. Now this is what Disney's Sorcerer used to be like. Hopefully one day they ever go back to this, or there's another game that comes out like this, because this was truly unique. And just before the 8.0 change, that changed everything, tipped everything on its head. I was testing this deck. I went and invested in Anger. I was looking through the characters, and I was always like trying to invest into characters. Like, well, who would be interesting? Who would be something different? And Anger stuck out at me. I was like, he has some potential. So what I went into with that Anger, I threw together a team consisting of Genie and Jesse. And so the idea was to get Anger to drop below 50% health. When he drops below 50% health, he used to get buff being undefeatable and get extra crit chance. And every time he crits, he would extend his beneficial effects by 2 seconds. So here, 50% down, hit a crit just then, get that, you can see the haste restacking. And that was kind of the idea. So this is me just in my initial testing stages, so hitting crits. And one interesting thing is things like the pizza had an effect that the next crit was guaranteed to be a crit. So it took me a little while to nail down my strategy. But the also idea was use Genie to give him a second life. Use Jessie when a second life has come to save her shield, to give him extra shield, to hopefully get him to activate his effect again, because his effect will only activate every like 45 seconds. So that was that was like the start of my testing. This is the very start of my testing, and I'm just trying to nail down rhythms and tests. So the idea, I was also using the spells, the conjuring pot, and so there we go, boom. The effect is in action, and now I want to target my abilities, so I'm hitting maximum characters, so I've got maximum chance of getting crits, and here also like target there so I can get multiple hits with my AoEs, and just looking to continually try and cycle abilities and get that pot out, and boom, crit, and look at, like, I'm just becoming undefeatable. I'm right down to 0 health, but I just keep absorbing damage. And being a front row character, not a tank, but a front row character, my other back row characters, so in an old way, back row characters couldn't be attacked by normal attacks unless there was a special ability in their attack. But the default attacks would attack your front first and then move forward and then get whoever's in front of you. So the idea for me here was to try and create a cycle where I could continually fulfill his effect of being unkillable and being invincible. So I was using the pot to try and get my more MP so I could create a cycle. Same with Mirror, because I wanted to double up on his effects so I could get more crit chances. And so the old way you used to try and cycle through your spells on a filling up bar, and everyone was real time played through together, and boom, look at this one, like, I got a bad effect, and now, like, just, I don't know how I attack from there must be like some sort of little glitch. But there we go, I'm out, like, I don't have my effect on anymore, so then I use my shield, and now I'm using my shield to try and protect him up until the effect activates again, and it doesn't. So this is when I was still like trying to get myself a rhythm, find what worked, and I was very much working on how do I get this? How do I get him to stay undefeatable? Because that is what when I looked at him, that is what I saw was completely unique about his character. And being a character that you could potentially have at the front and have supports in the back supporting, and then make the playstyle around him. So that was the idea. And now you see me like kind of work my way through testing how things work, and then it took me a little while to actually like read through the effects and find out that, you know what, each of his effects, his broccoli pizza, when it hits, the next hit is guaranteed to be a critical. So it then became about spacing out your attacks, spacing out different things. And here we go. So this is just after I was teaching people about anger, and people started seeing how good he potentially could be. And boom, I get my undefeatable. And what I want to do now is I want to try and keep it as long as I can. So I'm just trying to interrupt him. So here we're undefeating like each other, and here I also want to see, like, we both died. We both didn't survive. And the idea is I want to get myself undefeatable. So I wasn't very good when I first started trying. Like, I saw that he had potential, and other people did, obviously. But it was a bit of a mission. And here you see just like the greatness and the funness of the real time. Like, everybody's doing everything at the same time. Everybody has the same attacking rates. All the different characters have different attack speeds, but they'll attack based on time, not just position in a line. That can be adjusted. But this was like one of the real funs of the old way of the game, is that trying to find characters or trying to find ways to make them work, and a certain character could work a completely different way within who you put it, whoever you partnered up with. So, and here coverage is, there's a lot of hype was on Merlin the last few days because he could do this little goat ability, and jump down into a boat. So here, boom, I get my attack activated, and here I'm still using, I use the shield on him even though I've got his ability. So that's what I learned was a mistake, is that while I've got my undefeatable ability, I shouldn't be using a shield, and I should save it only for when it runs out. I was a little bit more, I was going to say cautious, but not exactly cautious. But see that, like, the pizza dropped, and then I learned that, the attack after the pizza drops, that is when you're going to get the guarantee. That's when you can get yourself into a good position for getting it consistently on. So this is all my learning process, and it was very much how you control the game was what made this great. And here, like, just coming up against a few of these guys, this is some great testing. I ended up finding a methods to get it happening consistently, perfectly, and I could go through whole teams unkillable the whole time. Although it did have weaknesses, things like charm. You could like get these bad effects, and if someone charms you, then so dropping the double pizzas, what I found, it ended up finding was best, because then you can get double crit chances, and then you can just continue like extending your abilities and extending your good effects, things like that. Man, this was fun. Like, just being able to do things in real time, and having it so you could play a character so many different ways, not a static choose one or two or three abilities. You could, the abilities that you chose, not only the abilities that you chose, but the way you choose to use them and who you choose to use them, like all these different things, and then timing. So many of this was pivotal to how good you could potentially be. Boom, there we go, under half, the first attack that's under half, that's when this used to kick in. So get the crit, get a crit again, and then just continue on, try and get as much crits as I can. And this is what I was like this is me just starting to get into the groove, and then I was just like, oh, and then this little angry emote, it's like, oh, why can't I beat you, stupid anger? And that was kind of cool. And eventually there were ways to beat it. All you needed to do is have someone with Purge on their team, and then you purge his effects and he becomes absolutely nearly useless. Which was a massive downfall, but I suppose it's one of those things that he can potentially be super good, but then you gotta like counter. Like, people have to be ready for counters to teams as well. So yeah, very fascinating, very fun. Like, I love the real space of what this was, and just being able to position things and choose where things go, and having more impact to the way things turned out, and doing things at the same time. All great things that I missed. So hopefully this was insightful for you all. Hopefully you guys got to have a little sneak peek into, well, not sneak peek, it was a look into the past of how this game used to be, and the enjoyments people used to have, and the types of strategies. For anyone who never got to use anger, this is what I used to do, and this was not even like the glory days of my anger team. I eventually changed things up a whole lot and got things working so fast and smooth. I'll see if I can find another video on this, but look, like getting 3. See, look, so he did the purge right then, and what I found is that also you could purge the effects, and then I realized, okay, I need to then save the shield, double up on the shield for when he gets purged, and then try and get it to, like, try and cycle through to activate it again. I waited for the pot to get extra magic, and then re-put it down on its next timing. Boom, get that crit strike, guarantee the next crit strikes, and even though he didn't have undefeatable, I can still make him really good even though he had 0 health because of all the shield that I could go along with. So pretty cool, pretty fun strategies. Let me know what you guys think. If you've never seen the old game before, or what you liked of this, or if you've never played with anger before, love to hear what you guys think, and see you guys in the next one.